Hello everyone. Today we will study the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers from class 12th book Flamingo. The poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers is written by Adrian Rich. Now a brief description about the poet. Adrian Rich was an American poet, essayist and feminist. She was one of the most widely read and influential poets of the second half of the 20th century. She grew up in a male-dominated society where women were oppressed and were expected to be dutiful wives. Her anger and rebellion against women oppression is reflected in the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. Now a brief summary of the poem. In the poem, Aunt Jennifer is the central figure who is oppressed and controlled by her husband. She has no freedom in her household. She does not dare to go against the norm of patriarchal society. Patriarchal society means male-dominated society where women have no rights and no say in any matter. She expresses her mental and physical pain through her art. She embroiders tigers on a fabric. The tigers that she embroiders are free, bold, and powerful. These tigers reflect the inner desire of Aunt Jennifer to free herself from the clutches of male domination. Now let us read the poem and then I'll give the explanation line by line. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. So, as I told you, Aunt Jennifer is the central figure of this poem and she is not happy in her married life. She is dominated and controlled by her husband and she cannot express her feelings or desires. So, for that she goes into the imaginary world of her art. So, the first stanza, it takes us into the imaginary world of Aunt Jennifer. In this stanza, the poet reflects the Aunt Jennifer's pain and desires. Aunt Jennifer is embroidering tigers on a frame. Now, let's understand the poem. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen. Means Aunt Jennifer, she is embroidering some tigers on a frame or on a panel. And these tigers are prancing. Prancing means they are just springing or they are ready to jump. And it seems that if they will jump across the screen. Bright topaz denizens of a world of green. Now this is the description of the tigers. These tigers are bright and they are topaz in color. Now topaz actually is a gem, like we have diamonds and rubies. Similarly, topaz is also a gem and it is golden yellow in color. Similarly, tiger also has golden yellow color. So tiger's skin has been compared to topaz. So here it is a metaphor. So the tiger is bright, it is golden yellow, and these tigers, they are the denizens of a world of green. Now denizens means inhabitants. Denizens means the place where the animals who live in a particular place. So denizens means residents or inhabitants of a world of green. Now world of green here means the forest, and the tigers, they live in forest. The forests are the natural habitat of the tiger where they move around freely and there is no foundation or no limitations there. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. Now these tigers, they do not fear the men beneath the tree means Aunt Jennifer, she has also made a tree in the forest, means she is embroidering, she has made tigers, she has made forest, and she has also embroidered a tree under which some men are standing. But these tigers, they do not fear those men, and they pace in sleek chivalric certainty. They pace means walk, in sleek. Sleek means smooth, chivalric means brave. Chivalric also means polite and kind behavior, especially by men towards women. And certainty means confidence. So these tigers, they are moving with courage, they are moving in a brave manner, and they are moving with confidence. So this image is just in contrast to Aunt Jennifer, who is not free and who is controlled and dominated by her husband. And that's why, to just come out of that world, she goes into the imaginative world where the tigers, they are free, they are bold, they are powerful, and they are freely moving in the forest, and they are not fearful of the men. In contrast to that, the lady Aunt Jennifer, she fears her husband, she is scared of her husband. So the image is in just contrast to her actual life, to her real life. Now let's look at the poetic devices. Now first of all, if we see, let's look at the rhyming scheme. If we see the last words of the lines, screen, green. Screen is rhyming with green. Tree, certainty. Tree is rhyming with certainty. So screen and green, A. And tree, certainty, B. So the rhyming scheme is A, B. Now let's look at the other poetic devices. As I told you, bright topaz, it is a metaphor, as tiger's skin has been compared to topaz. And then we have symbolism also here. Aunt, she is the symbol of the women who are oppressed in the society, who are dominated in the society, and who are suppressed by males of the society. So aunt is also symbolic. Then tigers are also symbolic. There is symbolism in tigers also. Tiger are symbol of freedom, they are symbol of boldness, and they are symbol of aunt's desire to be free of her married life. Now we have the example of alliteration also. Chivalric certainty, here C has been repeated, so it is an example of alliteration. Then we have imagery also. When we read the poem Bright Topaz, Denizens of a World of Green, the image of tigers moving freely in the forest comes before our eyes. So this is an example of imagery. Now let's move to the next stanza. Aunt Jennifer's finger fluttering through her wool, find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Now this stanza, it tells us about Aunt Jennifer's condition, how much suppressed and dominated she is by the male dominated society, how weak she is, and how much she is lacking in confidence and courage, and she is not able to raise her voice. Now when Aunt Jennifer, she is embroidering, her fingers are fluttering. Fluttering means trembling. Aunt Jennifer's finger fluttering through her wool means she is using wool to embroider, and her finger is fluttering means the finger is trembling. It means she is afraid of something. Maybe she is afraid of uncle. Find even the ivory needle hard to pull. Ivory means the needle is made of elephant's tusk, and she is not able to pull that needle. She does not have that much courage to pull that needle. So this shows aunt's weakness and her inability to raise voice against the oppression faced by her. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band. Now in this line, the massive weight of uncle's wedding band. Now it is symbolic again here. Here the wedding band actually means the ring. that is given during the marriage. So it is a wedding band is actually the ring, and but here it symbolizes the painful experience and hardships of Aunt Jennifer in her married life, which has made it burdensome. So she is not able to bear the weight of that ring. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Means the ring is so heavy that she is not able to bear the weight of that ring. So it is actually, wedding band is symbolic here. In general, the rings are not heavy, they can be easily worn in fingers, but here, because here wedding band means her married life, which is very burdensome because of the ordeals, because of the painful experience, because of the domination and suppression she is facing at the hands of uncle. That's why that married life has become very heavy for her, that has become very burdensome for her. And therefore wedding band, which is the symbol of the all the difficulties faced by Aunt Jennifer in her marriage, so it has become very heavy, and which is sitting heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand, means she is not able to bear the weight of her marriage. Now let's see the poetic devices in this stanza. First line, if we see finger fluttering. Now finger fluttering, F F has been repeated, means it is an example of alliteration. Then as I told you, wedding band. Wedding band is symbolic. It symbolizes the oppression and the hardships faced by Aunt Jennifer at the hands of uncle. Now, massive weight. It is an example of hyperbole. Hyperbole means an exaggerated statement, when you exaggerate something. So why it is massive weight is hyperbole? Because ring in general is not very heavy, but here the wedding band has been shown as having massive weight. That's why it is an example of hyperbole. Now we have here irony also in finger fluttering. Irony means a contradictory statement. Why it is contradictory? Because Aunt Jennifer, who is a weak lady, who is a meek and timid lady, and she is creating free and confident creatures. That's why it is an example of irony. So now next stanza. When aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Now, the poet says that even after her death, aunt will not be able to free from this burdensome marriage. Why? Because the poet says that when aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. Means she will, when she will die, still the ring, which is a symbol of oppression, domination. She is trapped in that married life, and that's why she has lost her individuality, she has lost her freedom, and even after her death she will not be free, because that ring will remain in her finger. So she says that when aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals. Ordeals means all the unpleasant and painful experience. So still she will be trapped, that those painful experience will remain with her in the form of that ring. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. But even though she will die, but the tigers that she has made, that she has embroidered, they will become immortal. They will not die, and they will remain free. They will keep on prancing. They will be proud, and they will be unafraid of the men of the society, and they will move in the forest freely with the same boldness as they have right now. So finally, she says that though she will die, but the desire of freedom, it will remain in the form of that embroidery. Means, though she will die, other women, they will still desire for the freedom from male domination, and even though she is not able to raise her voice, but maybe someday some women, they will raise their voice against the male domination. So there is a positive note here. Now let us discuss the poetic devices. Now if we see the phrase terrified hands, actually hands are not terrified, it is the Aunt Jennifer who is terrified of her husband. So here he says that her terrified hands will lie. So terrified hands actually means Aunt Jennifer who is terrified. So the word terrified has been used with hands. So it is an example of transferred epithet. If we see the last line, prancing proud, it is an example of alliteration. So alliteration has also been used. Now this poem, it ends with a positive note that though Aunt Jennifer will die and she will not be able to free, her painful experiences will go along with her in the form of that ring. That ring has taken her individuality, that ring has taken her freedom, because this ring is a symbol of married life, the male domination, but still her desire of freedom will remain in the form of tigers that she has embroidered. And even the other women, they will keep on expressing their desire of freedom, and someday maybe some women will raise their voice against this male dominated society. So the poet imparts a ray of hope to liberate women from the bondage of patriarchal society. There is a hope that someday these women will be freed from that male dominated society. They will also have the right to express their feelings, and they will also move as freely and as smoothly and as bravely as the tigers in the panel are doing. Now let us discuss the important questions based on this poem. First question is, describe the tigers created by Aunt Jennifer. So here we can answer that Aunt Jennifer's tigers were created in the panel by her own hands. They appeared to be prancing across a screen. They looked sleek, they were bright like yellow topaz, and they were courageous, they were free, they were bold, and they were independent. And they did not have fear of the man standing beneath the tree. And they were moving with chivalric certainty, means they were moving in a brave and confident manner. Now the next question, why did Aunt Jennifer decide to embroider tigers on the panel? So here we can write that Aunt Jennifer, she is a victim of male dominated society. She does not have freedom. She does not have right to express her feeling. She is dominated and controlled by her husband. So in order to give vent to her feelings, or in order to give went to her desires, she makes or she embroiders tigers on a panel. Tigers actually are the symbol of freedom. They move freely in the forest, and they move with confidence, they move smoothly and bravely, and even they do not fear the men standing beneath the tree. So this is also her desire to be free, to be independent, to be bold enough, and to raise voice against men and not to be afraid of men. So this desire is expressed through that embroidery, and that's why she decides to embroider tigers on the panel. Now third question, what do the words denizens and chivalric suggest? Now denizens and chivalric, denizens means inhabitants, and here it has been said that in the embroidery the tigers are the denizens of green forest, means that is their natural habitat where they move freely without any foundations, without any limitations, and there is nobody to stop them. So and the other word is chivalric, which means brave. So it shows that the tigers made by or embroidered by Aunt Jennifer, they are free, they are independent, and they are brave, and they do not fear anybody. So this is the desire of Aunt Jennifer, which she is not able to fulfill because she is scared of her husband and she does not have that courage to raise voice. But through these tigers she is able to just enjoy that freedom. Now next question, what do the symbols tigers, fingers and ring stand for? So the tigers stand for freedom, they stand for boldness, they stand for independence, they stand for bravery, which actually Aunt Jennifer is lacking and which she desires for. Then fingers. As the poet says, her fingers are fluttering, means fingers are the symbol of lack of confidence and her fear for her husband. Then the third word is ring. Now ring is symbolic here. Ring is a trap a trap of marriage in which this Aunt Jennifer is trapped, and she, because her husband controls her and he dominates her, so she feels stifled and she feels that marriage life burdensome, and therefore the ring is symbolic. She has lost her freedom, she is not independent, so this ring is a symbol of lack of confidence and loss of identity and loss of freedom, because she is caught in her trapped in her married life which she is not able to come out of. The next question, what will happen to Aunt Jennifer's tiger when she is dead? So here according to the poet, when Aunt Jennifer is dead, her tiger will still remain on that panel. By embroidering tigers on the panel, she has immortalized them. They will remain free, independent and brave forever and prancing on that panel. So this symbolizes that the desire of women to be free will remain forever. They will keep on fighting. They will desire for that freedom even after she is dead. Describe the contrast between Aunt Jennifer and her tiger. In the poem, the poet establishes a contrast between Aunt Jennifer and her tigers. On one hand, Aunt Jennifer is a meek, timid and fearful lady who is scared of her husband. She is so weak that she cannot raise her voice against her husband, though she has the desire to be free. She has the desire to move freely and express her feelings. She is not able to, so she expresses her desire through her artwork. While on the other hand, the tigers that she makes on the panel, they are free, they are independent, they are powerful, they are bold, and they are not afraid of men who are standing beneath the tree. Now next question, what is suggested by the image? Massive weight of uncle's wedding band. Now in this phrase, massive weight of uncle's wedding band, it is symbolic of male oppression in the society. It is symbolic of the burdensome life of Aunt Jennifer, the ordeals, the unpleasant experience that Aunt Jennifer is going through because of her unhappy marriage, because of the lack of independence. So she feels her married life burdensome. She feels that it is very heavy and she is not able to bear it. That's why that wedding band has massive weight which she is not able to bear. She wants to come out of that married life, but she does not have that capability, she does not have the ability to raise her voice. So with this we have finished the chapter.